Hello there, everyone. It is myself, Chef Scott, who's going to be cooking for you today. And hey, welcome to Food for Thought and the Food for Thought Network, Cooking with Chef Scott. Today we're going to make a wonderful meal that I'm sure you're going to enjoy. It's going to be what I consider to be my perfect omelet. Now, it amazes me how after years of cooking, there are so many people who have a hard time with understanding how to make an omelet. And let me tell you a little bit of history about omelets. Omelets, it comes from a French word that originally was called lemelle. And in the 1600s, they went from lemelle to omelette. And then they decided, you know what, it'd sound better if we put an O instead of an A at the beginning, and it's called now omelets. And omelets are simply a fried egg which has some ingredients placed into it, and it has an overlapping top. That's it. So we're going to make a beautiful omelet today. If you'll just get a chance to come in with me and watch as I put together this masterful piece of omelet, and you'll enjoy it as much as I do. And the best part about it, as I always say, is that you don't have to worry about doing the dishes because it's going to be nutritious and delicious, and it's so good. Yum, yum, yum. You won't have to do the dishes. Take care, and let's go ahead and do this omelet together. All right, come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to go ahead and start and prepare our beautiful, perfect Chef Scott omelet, award-winning omelet in this beautiful pan here. We're going to utilize it to cook some of my ground turkey sausage. So as you'll see, I already have the ground turkey sausage already patted out already and laid out. I'm going to go ahead and turn my heat on. My heat, I'm going to turn it on to like a medium, right below medium, which on my actual stove, it'll be like number 4. 5 would be the medium. And so just to be able to start getting it hot, along with that, I'm going to use some virgin olive oil. Even though this is a non-stick pan, I still use a little virgin olive oil. It makes it flavorful, and also it keeps it from sticking. Because as you know, ground turkey can clump up at times too. So as I pour it, I'm only using maybe about 2 tablespoons. And I'm going to soak it around a little bit. And as I swish it around, I'm going to let that get a little hot. And then also, I'm going to be making, as I told you, this wonderful omelet. The omelet only takes, like I said, about 4 minutes, 2 minutes on each side or so, to be able to formulate and then to be able to cook. So maybe altogether about 5 minutes. The sausage takes a little bit longer, so I'm going to start with the sausage, putting the sausage in now. So, again, I have my ground turkey sausage. Gonna roll it right in there, right in the pan. Not gonna press down on it or anything because we want to allow it to cook. And if we're allowing it to cook, it should cook evenly. Here's the next one. And have these last 2. Now this is not for one person, this is a meal for like 2 people. Altogether, these are these sausages probably about 2 ounces. Maybe about 2.5 at the most on the weight. Okay. So they're going to be cooking. I also utilize when I'm cooking with the actual sausage. I'm using a pan, especially with some oil and everything like that. I'll probably be using my plastic utensils so they won't stick into the actual pan. And you don't scratch your pan, because if you're not using plastic utensils, you might find yourself scratching your actual pan, and you don't want that because it'll take away the non-stick. And we definitely don't want that. Also, today with the omelet, I'll be using the 2 eggs. I have a few slices of actual non-salted butter. And then I have my mixed vegetables, which are all peppers and onion. And I have them already diced up. You get one of these type of devices, they'll cut your food up real good and make it real fine, so you'll be able to have it chopped in there. And it's going to be real good. Okay. While that's cooking, I'm going to turn on this back eye, and so that I can start getting ready to move it over to the back eye to cook, and so that I can start on my omelet. So I'm going to put the back eye. When I do the omelet, I'm going to leave it about on the same thing, but I'm going to turn it down just maybe a little bit, just so that I start out with a lower heat. So I'm putting the sausage on the back, I want to put this on the front so you can see exactly how I do with the actual omelet, because it's imperative that if you're going to make an omelet, you might as well make it right and you might as well make it real good. So, I have 2 eggs. I'm going to take this egg, I'm going to break the egg, and I'm going to put the actual eggs, both the eggs I'm going to put into this actual glass, and then I'm going to actually scramble it, and I'm going to whisk it together. And once I whisk it real good so it's evenly blended, then I'm going to actually look at putting some of the actual butter in here and then actual cooking with that. So let me break my egg up and put my first egg in the glass and discard this egg shell. And I'm going to break the second egg and put it in the actual glass. And I'm going to discard the actual egg shell. All right. And as you see, that's where I'm at. I'm going to turn the heat just a little bit. All right, so you see I have the 2 eggs in the glass. I'm just going to take a regular fork. Now you could use a whisker if you have like small ones. You could do that, but you know, I'm trying to show people how to be able to cook in a conventional kitchen and to be able to do it in such a way with the actual materials that they normally have. Because a lot of people don't have the materials that we have like in industrial kitchens. So utilize your fork. And if you see it's got a good even blend to it, the egg does, and that's what you're looking for that consistency. So now that's warm, good. I'm going to take the actual slices of butter that I have. Again, remember it's non-salted butter. I'm going to put it in the pan, and it's already reacting real good to it. I have just 3 little thin slices. Probably could have done it with 2, but hey, it's okay. What I'm trying to do right now, I'm trying to actually cover the entire base of the actual pan. And like I said, even though it's a non-stick pan, I want to be able to cover the base real nice and good so that when we start cooking that omelet, it'll be able to, like I said, move around and have good flavor to it, and also it'll still be able to cook on both sides. So now on the rear here with the sausage, I'm going to get ready to do a flip on it, because it's about good on one side. And as you know, turkey doesn't turn dark like the beef as much as it does, but it's to a point I can do a one flip on it right now and allow it to just sit and cook. And so you can see it on the camera. And there we go. Now, I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and do my actual omelet and make sure that we're all focused in. We are. All right. So as I do an omelet, I start from the middle of the actual pan and allow the actual batter of the actual egg to be able to spread itself out. So you'll see what I mean. And again, this is just 2 eggs and 2 large eggs. And we're putting it all here. All right. And because you know that it's not actually fully cooked, now I can actually gently spread it some, because I want to get that round shape to it. And there you go. Let me get rid of this glass. All right. And as you can see already, the egg is starting to harden up. Now I'm not going to put anything on the actual egg at this time here, because I want it to be hard enough to be able to hold the actual ingredients. If you start putting your egg in, and this is where a lot of people, or not egg, but your ingredients, where a lot of people make the mistake is they start putting ingredients on top of the egg before it's formulated. And if they do that, they're going to see that the egg's going to get holes in it, and it's going to break. It won't hold together, and then when they try to flip it, it's going to just all fall apart. Again, the biggest secret to doing a good omelet is to be able to have it on a low heat cooking. And if you have it on the low heat cooking, and then have it where you can actually see your egg, you can actually watch it gradually harden. And so when it's almost fully hardened, that's when you want to start putting your ingredients on. Now, if you're doing things like onions or peppers and you want to be able to saute it first, you can do that. Me personally, I want all the nutrients, I want all the flavors, I want it in there real good. And believe me, it's going to be simply delicious. And as you see, that omelet, I can actually move it right around any way I want. Now this side looks already almost cooked. And this side here still has the egg where it needs to be a little more hardened. And that's what I'm looking for, so it can actually harden up And as this egg is cooking, then I'm going to start to put the ingredients on it. And because it's at a low heat, I don't have to worry about it burning or anything like that. That's where I really want it to be. So it's almost to the consistency that I'm looking for, because once I get the chance to put the vegetables on here, then I'm going to be doing my flipping over. And once I flip the actual top part over, then you're going to be able to see how it's going to be able to cook and fuse them together. A good omelet should be able to be fused together, so all that ingredients along with that egg will make just one beautiful plating. So I'm going to start right now putting the vegetables on here. I have in my possession, I have actually larger, if you'll notice, I've already cut these actual peppers out. These are sweet peppers. So this is a red and a yellow sweet pepper. Now I'm going to make sure I don't go to the halfway part, because that's where the fold's going to be. If you put your vegetable over that, then you're going to find out it won't fit all the way when you try to fold it over. And then you'll say, oh my goodness, it didn't work. What happened? Because you went too far over the line. And that's an imaginary line in my mind. And so that's what we have. So as you notice, I put it over here, some good coloring in there. I'm going to now start taking my chopped actual vegetables and start putting those in. And these are just beautiful. And I can't even explain to you how great the taste is going to be, because you're dealing with, like I said, I got in here green peppers, I got in here red sweet peppers, orange sweet peppers, yellow sweet peppers, and then I had the nerve to put in there some beautiful red onions. All this has been diced. Very nice. That rhymed, you know, and I didn't even charge for that. Okay, so that's where I want to have it, so that it's almost to the halfway part. So now I get ready to do the flipping. It's going to flip, and I'm allowed to stay in this pan just a little bit, and I'm about ready to look at the sauces, because they should be about ready themselves. So let me show you how, when I do my flipping, I'm going to utilize this actual spatula. I'm going to make sure that you all can see it. I'm going to utilize the spatula to do a lifting from one side, but along with that, I'm going to utilize my hand, because it's not hot. It's already, like I said, it's very light, and it's not really that hot. So I can pull it with my actual hand as I'm directing it with the spatula. And here we go. We're going in. You notice, see how the spatula is all the way under? I just take my hand to direct it, and boom. Woo hoo hoo! You talking about beautiful? Oh my goodness. I'm going to leave the heat on low again, because it's like I said, on my stove it's about number 3, which is like in between that 5 and 1, which is the lowest it'll get. And you can see that there. I'm going to go ahead and check on this sausage, because it should be almost cooked. Let me go ahead and look at it here and turn a little bit. Yeah, that's what I want. There you go. And you're seeing even some brownage on the actual sausage. That's what I'm looking for, that type of consistency. Beautiful. And notice too, you don't see that grease or any of that oil, I should say, popping up all over me or anything, because I have on low enough heat to make sure that it's cooking evenly and it's not burning. So I'm gonna get ready to do my plating. And one thing about me, when it comes down to doing the plating is very important to me, because I believe in your food should look good, you know. One thing that I know for a heart healthy, and these are all the meals that I make are heart healthy meals. If you're going to do some plating, or you're going to do your meals, you want to make sure that they really look like they'll entice you, because that'll chase some of the cravings that you may have. Here's a little salad that I already made onto the plate, and you see how beautiful that is. And what I'm going to do, when you get ready to remove your omelet, I'm going to gently slide this omelet. I'm going to turn off my stove, because I'm through with it. I'm going to gently slide this actual omelet to the edge of the plate, and as it slides off, you'll see it go right onto the plate, real nice and beautifully. And here we go, to the edge of the plate. You see how that is? Beautiful, sliding right off. It should be right in front, and then you see it right there in front of the vegetables. I take this here. I'm going to put this on to the side. Now, if I want, I can push my omelet back a little further, but I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm going to go and get a chance to take off 2 of these sausages, because like I told you, that was enough for 2 people, the sausages. You don't want to have it, like I said, in a plate more than 5 ounces. You don't want to have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 of these sausages. One right here. Come on with me. Trying to play hard to get. And I put the one there. And I'm going to put this other one right on this other edge. And come on, come on, come on. Sometimes these sausages like to play hide and go seek or something. Hiding something. And there it goes. And I'm going to pull this up to the front eye so it's not hot. And turn that off. So all your eyes are off. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You see it for yourself. Matter of fact, you need to get a good look at Chef Scott's happy face because he knows it came out just right. There you go. Chef Scott plate. Here it is. Beautiful, heart-healthy omelet. Simply delicious and nutritious. And the best part about it, you shouldn't have to do the dishes because it tastes so good they will eat it up. Believe that. So, without any further ado, hey, keep eating clean because as I always say, the best is yet to come for you. Take care. Good to have you all with me. Perfect omelet, Chef Scott, heart healthy. You'll love it. Take care. Bye-bye.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my Chef Scott beautiful omelet with ground turkey sausage. Simply delicious and nutritious. Bon appetit.